models here. Now, despite what the title says, yeah, I bought myself another A3. Now, this is my old one. And the light, glare from the light does not help. It honestly don't. But this one's called Saint Ged or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Now that's an old Hornby logo. I have to admit, it is quite an old one. Which is why I ended up buying a new one. And ironically, it had to be the most iconic of them all. Flying Scotsman. Now, this one is a commemoration model of its 2016 return to Steam. So, about a 4-year-old model. And since we're in the 2020s now, hence a centenary decade for Flying Scotsman, give or take 3 years, I figure it would be best to do an actual thorough review. It will do the locomotive proud, the locomotive it's based on at least proud, and I feel it's only right considering it's a special edition model. So, let's get a look at it. So here we have the locomotive on the layout, and for once, thanks to my new camera system, I can actually stand next to the model, which makes my hands-free work a lot easier. So, we take the sleeve off, and what we have inside is a nice little booklet, glossy, I must say, and says right in the top corner, Return to Steam, Story of the People's Locomotive Restoration. And yeah, it is actually quite cool. It is for a wee booklet pamphlet type thing. It's actually very well detailed. I mean, the work in that's been done to the loco just to get it back into Steam. It's brilliant. It really is. It really is brilliant, and that's a beautiful picture right there. Now, the history of Flying Scotsman is basically known by anyone who has access to the vast internet. And everyone knows that the locomotive is now owned by the National Collection in York. And hopefully is the only, when the other locomotives are not allowed to run anymore, she's the one that keeps going and going. At least that's the idea. So, take the ice cube out of the packaging, chuck that box bit away. And what do we have? Okay, that's different. Basically showing you how to, whoops, that's upside down, how to fit the vac and train pipe onto the front there. That's quite different. Usually you'd have something like that in here. Now let's see if it's like the old paperwork, because I got a theory it's not. No. Apart from the DCC ready bit and the tender connector. Yeah, it's about exactly the same as the old A3 one. It's about the same, really. Now, sleeve off that. Now let's have a look at this detail pack. Spare wheel set with flanged wheels, which means we got the flanges set on the loco. There's the train pipe things, vac pipe and the train pipe, as well as, of course, the cylinder drain cocks. Alright. Now, easy now. Easy. Okay, we gotta just film stuff. I don't know why that's there, but okay. I'll put that in the box. Now here's the part I gotta be careful because it's a joined tender and loco set, so there we go. Get that out of shot and bring this up here. See if I can get her on the rails. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing this. I gotta give a good look at the loco first. So I'll carefully grab her. There we go. Let's have a look underneath. Underneath, well, the brake work's already fitted, so I'm happy. There's the tender connector, which looks backwards compared to the drawing, I have to admit. Tender pickups, sweet. Now, as you notice, that's a bit of a wide NEM coupler for the loco. I admittedly have had this locomotive out and about before the review. Alright, come here. The detail on the braking and the sandpipes though, and the pipework alone, and the railings, it's beautiful. I note, see the whistles up here near the cab. Ooh. Okay, cab vent slided open, that's quite cool. Brake pipe, naturally, sprung metal tone buffers. But the whistle's up here by the cab instead of in between the smoke box and the deflector like it is nowadays. At least I think. And here we go. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is a lavishly detailed cab. There we go. Tender's quite detailed too. And it is a corridor tender too, whoops. Which is what gave the locomotive its shot at the whole 100 non-stop run work. Also makes getting the load out a bit of a bugger. Ah, where did I put it? Where did I put it? These will do just fine. So getting the cold load out of a curved top timber is a bit of a knack because it is quite a tight fit, really. But get it out for a corridor tender, it looks like that. So you got a fair bit missing from here. That I don't mind. And it's quite, for a fake cold load, I've seen better, but it's actually not bad. It's not bad. I'm still going to put my own in once I have the time. And, oh boy. I just had a look at what tender it is, and it's going to be one of those ones I have to take the tender body off to do. Good. That's going to be fun. But the lining on the tender axle boxes is quite beautiful. It's brown buffers too. And I'll just put that coal load back in there. So, yeah, it should be good. Now, oh dear, I made a bodge of that. So I'll just carefully pry her up a bit. And we'll have it at the coal load for a bit. Now I'll just quickly reposition the camera and we'll see how it does at a crawl speed. Okay, let's just see how well this locomotive can crawl. Gonna turn the power on gradually. Can you hear the motor activating? Okay, though there's a bit of motor noise, she is moving. And a very nice crawl too. I'm going to turn up the juices a bit more. There we go. Flick in reverse. Okay, she's a bit stiff in reverse. I mean, the loco has not had quite a good run-in. Now, I know this is not the current form Flying Scotsman is in now. As to my knowledge, the locomotive is in BR green. Which is actually how people remember the locomotive best, instead of this LNER apple green with the deflectors. But the fact it still has the corridor tender means it's able to have crew changes on the go. But still has to do the same water stops as any other steam locomotive on a mainline tour. As well, no water troughs in that. Well, not exactly like all locomotives on UK rails, I guess. If I recall right, there's a A4 named Bittern that's part of the Hornby 1-to-1 collection at the moment. That's got 2 tenders. A water tender, just like this locomotive had during its Alan Pegler days, I believe. Which is actually quite interesting because double tender locomotives, apart from a few cases I know of in America, they're not very common. Alright, I believe it is time we cut the chit chat and get this locomotive to the club layout onto a rake of what else but the namesake for the locomotive, a bit of a namesake for the locomotive, Grizzly Teaks hauling what would be a beautiful train. And keep your eyes out for any other LNER designs during the run. Ready, Scotsman?
Right. But big boys in that part something else that I was dealing with as well. Something slightly different from that. Something else like that. No, it was like that. Where we're going, one piece. So it could just stay doing that. When did you first start coming here?
About 5-6 years maybe.
Sorry, one thing was, you know, quick anyway. Well, ahead of me, because they're in sort of down. Yeah, wow. That's not down.
Oh, sorry. Like, sorry, trying.
dealing with theory. They were iron ones.
Oh, yeah.
Iron ore for putting up the big coat on the. Well, a bit of range to bring close to them trains. One of the old people home visiting in the afternoon.
Jackson.
I do have a minute to remember about it. Hey, done any splashing? Oh, I'm on the driver's side. Back to full water. Hi, Greg. Hi, Greg. Oh. Do what? Running really today or running the old tank outside? Yeah, you do take very good. Yeah.
You want to put on the morning?
Sure,